Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ride Home show on SRFM, Saudi Radio, the heart of KSA, and of course, your number one music hit station. With us, your co-host, Mohsin Bakri on the first mic.
Othman Dahlawi on the second.
And behind the controls, we've got Ahmed Al-Nazawi. And something exciting is happening right now here in Saudi Arabia, specifically in Al-Madinah Al-Munawwara. You could say that the countdown to start, or the start of the Wrestling Championship, the SPW 3 and 9, is almost done. Actually, a few minutes, if you want to be specific.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's just almost done under the supervision of the Ministry of Sports and organized by the Backstage Group for organizing exhibitions, event industry, and tourism investment. I mean, Medina is witnessing this for the first time ever during 2022. And if you're interested in the location, it is held in Prince Mohammed bin Abdulaziz Sports City in Al Madinah from 6 p.m. until 12 a.m. today and tomorrow, the 14th of October and the 15th of October. Of course, with the participation of champions from Saudi Arabia and abroad, competing in an enthusiastic sporting atmosphere.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest that we will be discussing with very shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be talking to an American professional wrestler. He is a professional in Impact Wrestling, formerly known as the Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, TNA. He is a former 3-time Impact World Champion, 6-time Impact X Division Champion, and 1-time Impact World Tag Team Champion, making him the 5th TNA Triple Crown Champion. He's also known in performing in the Ring of Honor, where he became the first 2-time Ring of Honor World Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to welcome, of course, very shortly, Mr. Austin Aries.
Hello, Mr. Austin.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you? Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. It's an honor.
So I have some breaking news that I want to share that I literally just found out.
Okay.
But tonight's event, unfortunately, is going to be postponed.
Oh.
There's been some issues at the stadium with the electrical issues that they haven't been able to fix. So actually the events are just going to be pushed back one day. So the events will be tomorrow night and then Sunday. So the events will still be happening, but they just need to fix these issues at the venue, and we will be having the events tomorrow night and Sunday. Everything else will remain as planned.
All right, thank you for the update, Mr. Austin. And this actually not bad for people trying to attend it, because now we have an extended weekend for the schools. So schools are going to be back on Tuesday, so still have time. Perfect. So that's good. That's perfect. I was thinking maybe some people won't be able to actually attend it, but hey, that's not going to ruin the organizing of coming to this event, because it's so exciting. It's so exciting to have this event, and exciting to actually have you here, Mr. Austin.
You know what? It's been beautiful since I arrived here. Everyone has been so welcoming and so gracious, and I'm really excited to be a part of this. There's a huge opportunity here in Saudi Arabia with the entertainment sector and pro wrestling, and obviously that's something that I've loved and done for over 20 years now.
Wow!
And to be here and to help this vision grow with SPW and Backstage, I'm really excited.
Glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. So this is your first time, Mr. Austin, visiting the kingdom, right?
Yes, my first trip here.
Well, welcome first to Saudi Arabia. And how did you find the reception and the impression now, right? Since it's the first time you come in here.
I'll be honest. It was. It kind of made me blush. I was a little. I've been treated so kindly and like such a big star, and everyone has been so excited to have me here, have been so kind to me, so accommodating. The food's been delicious, the accommodations have been wonderful, the people have been wonderful, and it's really exceeded any expectations I had.
Beautiful. You are
Phenomenal.
a star, Mr. Austin. I mean, I just remembered one of the scenes, one of the events when you were facing Mr. Hulk Hogan. You were wearing the mask, and that was kind of an amazing moment, to tell you the truth, on the impact when you actually
Yeah.
revealed. That was beautiful. I gotta say, that
Yeah,
was
it
a
was-
beautiful moment.
Thank you. Yeah, I was sneaky. I stole his costume for the night so I could work my way into a title match. You know, I'm always plotting and devious in my intentions here.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, Mr. Austin, tell us, how excited are you now that you're training here, Saudi Pro wrestlers?
Yeah, I think we just kind of held a brief seminar not that long ago. These are a lot of young kids that are in early stages of their careers, and for me, someone that's been doing this now for longer than some of these kids have been alive. I'm looking at the potential. I'm looking at how excited and hungry they are, and they see what they have in front of them. And I think they really want to learn, and they want to become great. And I'm happy to be able to offer them some advice to help them reach that goal.
Beautiful, having all of this advice from a professional wrestler. This is we can't ask for more. I mean, even for those kids, let's just say, looking forward to become professional wrestlers, they can't ask for more. I mean, this is a beautiful opportunity for them.
Absolutely.
And since that we have the we've been having WWE events happening here in Saudi, so it's kind of a rising sports, let's just say, and taking place here in Saudi. And now we have the SPW, which is kind of beautiful. And it's the first time happening in the Medina Munawwara, by the way. So this is very exciting news. But what is your expectation, Mr. Austin, about the wrestling in Saudi Arabia now? So, you're seeing everything in front of your eyes.
Yeah, you know what? I think because of the commitment of the government of wanting to really grow the entertainment sector, I think that provides great opportunity. And I think that and something I stressed to the crew was just to be patient. That we don't build things overnight. We can't skip the steps in the process. And so if we're patient and we put the work in, there's a great opportunity that can be capitalized on. But sometimes we tend to get impatient and we want things to happen now.
Yeah.
And we need to realize that pro wrestling as an art form is it's very detailed and it's new to the people here. So our job is to build it the right way and make sure that we're patient in doing that.
Absolutely agreed, Mr. Austin. And of course, we have a lot of expectations as well for the wrestling field here in Saudi Arabia, where it's still growing. And just like you mentioned, Mr. Austin, with Saudi Arabia's support in this, and of course, offering more exposure and raising awareness about this, this is an incredible time to be in Saudi Arabia. But I had a question for you, Mr. Austin, regarding where do you see pro wrestling when it comes to Saudi Arabia, let's say 5 years into the future? Do you think Saudi Arabia has an opportunity where it could flourish in that regard on an international level?
Yeah, I do think there's an opportunity for that. Obviously, WWE is coming here and it's been received very well, and people are turning out to watch these shows. So it shows that people are interested in pro wrestling as an entertainment form. And so, again, there's an opportunity for Saudi Arabia to carve out its own niche and become its own pro wrestling scene, much like in the United States, much like in Japan, much like in the UK. They all have a standalone wrestling scene that they've built. So, I think the important part is having a good training facility for the talents to learn. Hopefully I can be a part of that. And then just taking the time to build the local scene of local Saudi pro wrestlers that in the next 5 years can really be the foundation for pro wrestling in this country.
Absolutely, and I completely agree, Mr. Austin. I, too, also share that vision, and I really hope that this can definitely escalate later in the future, and we can see more competitive international arenas all around. Wrestling does bring people together, and that is the beauty as well of it, just to see art in the form of talent.
And sports.
Of course, and that's what it's all about.
Do you have any?
I agree.
Do you have any plans, Mr. Austin, going back to the WWE?
They always say never, but at this time, I'm pretty happy kind of doing my own thing. WWE is obviously the largest professional wrestling company in the world. It's very demanding, though. You know, it pretty much when you're there, that is your life, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for me personally, I enjoy being able to do things like this. You know, to come to Saudi Arabia and help SPW. You know, and help backstage. And you know, I wouldn't be able to do those things if I was with WWE. So for me, the way that I'm wired, I like doing my own thing and taking advantage of all the opportunities that present themselves to me.
Amazing. We wish you all the success in your future endeavor, Mr. Austin. It's an amazing time to actually have you here. So thank you very much, Mr. Austin. If you have any last message you would like to convey.
I want to thank all the people of Saudi Arabia. I want to thank SPW and Backstage for inviting me and making me feel so welcome. I hope that this is the beginning of a great relationship where I can help all their visions come to fruition and be successful. And if you're interested in checking this out, if you're interested in seeing me perform live, please come check out the shows tomorrow and Sunday. You will not be disappointed.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Mr. Austin. Austin Aries, a.k.a. A-Double. A beautiful nickname, by the way.
Absolutely.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you for your time. It's an honor to have you with us on air and in Saudi Arabia.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Have
Best
a beautiful
of luck.
day.